A hotspot is a localized source of high heat energy that sustains volcanism. It is not an isolated shallow magma reservoir beneath the crust, nor is it a pipe of magma that streams from the outer core. One theory holds that hotspots may begin as a blowtorch-like thermal perturbation in a zone between the liquid outer core and overlying mantle about 2,900 kilometers deep. The thermal plume allows solid, yet mobile mantle to rise very slowly and convect outward. Convection is the process by which heated material rises and cooler material sinks. Although magma may be generated as deep as 1,500 kilometers, individual blobs do not traverse the entire mantle. Let's zoom in to look at the onset of hotspot volcanism beneath a moving plate. As each pocket of melt stalls, its heat is transferred to adjacent rock. This transfer continues to the base of the tectonic plate, where decreased pressure facilitates rock melting. The magma that forms at the base of this plate rises through the plate in a network of cracks and shallow chambers and erupts on the surface. Over hundreds of thousands of years, large volcanoes build on top of the plate. The weight of the volcanoes bends the plate downward. Volcanoes that spent their constructive life over the thermal plume slowly get rafted away on the moving plate, and new volcanoes build in their place. Multiple dikes can feed several volcanoes from separate conduits. The moving plate drags the thermal plume with it. This can explain why volcanoes can erupt again after centuries of quiescence, even after they have moved off the center of the hotspot. However, erosion greatly outpaces volcanism as eruptions wane, and the buoyant effect of the plume diminishes, allowing the volcano to subside.
Hawaii sits in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and nowhere near the edge of a tectonic plate where volcanoes are usually found. So how did the island chain form with all of its volcanoes? The island chain is located over a hotspot fueled by a mantle plume of heated rock. Solid rock at the bottom of the Earth's mantle is heated by the planet's core. That hot rock slowly rises and pushes up the crust, forming a bulge. Under that bulge, some of the rock melts into magma. Magma makes its way to the surface through cracks in the crust. Once it's above ground, it's known as lava. Hawaiian volcanoes produce lava flows made of melted basalt, which is more liquid than lava produced by more explosive volcanoes like Mount St. Helens. Basaltic lava flows form volcanoes with gently sloping sides. A lake of liquid lava can sometimes be seen at the top of active volcanoes like Kilauea. Sometimes the magma can flow underground to the sides of the main vent and erupt out of cracks in the ground called fissures. When lava meets ocean, the island grows, but you may not want to get too close. That steam is hydrochloric acid laced with tiny shards of volcanic glass. The Pacific Plate is moving to the northwest, dragging the crust over the hotspot and creating islands as it goes. The hotspot itself might be moving too. The volcanoes on Ni'ihau and Kauai, the northwesternmost islands in the chain, are about 5 million years old. The Big Island of Hawaii is the youngest and started forming about 400,000 years ago. It's still changing and is home to 4 active volcanoes. Eventually, the Big Island will no longer be over the hotspot, and a new island will grow next to it. But maps won't need updating for a while. Lo'ihi won't break the ocean's surface for another 200,000 years, give or take. For Scientific American, I'm Kelsey Kennedy.